Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today I thought I would hop on some Gran Turismo 6 and try to drift the Tesla Model S. Now, this is kind of weird, me just jumping on this game and trying to slide this thing. I was looking at a bunch of cars in this game, see what I can do for a video, and I remember that I actually tried to slide this thing a good while ago back. I think it was on Forza Horizon 2, and I think I've already... have I done it on Forza 6? I have no idea, I can't remember, but... I wanted to hop on some GT6 because I knew that this car was in this game, but I didn't know if I can actually get this thing to slide. So, I thought I'd go ahead and buy it and see what it's like. I mean, this thing only has 415 horsepower, but it weighs 2 tons. And that's a lot for 115 horsepower, because this isn't like the P90D, P85D. This is nothing like that. It's just a normal Model S. I don't even know if this one has like a name. I think it's just a Model S. I'm not entirely sure anyway. What the fuck was that? What is this? Sound like a raptor. What is this? Jurassic World? Jurassic Park? Alright, anyway. I have no idea what you can do to this thing, to be completely honest with you guys. So, this is going to be kind of interesting. I'm going to go ahead, do an... I can't change the oil. I was going to go ahead and change the oil on an electric car, because that makes a lot of sense. But, usually that gives it a little bit more horsepower. Obviously, you can't do that with this. Custom park... I don't know what you can do to this thing. Paint, I'm going to leave that the way it is. Let's just go ahead and hop in the car settings and see what we can change in this thing. So obviously we're going to go with some... Wait, does this have less tires than... No, still the same. Never mind. I thought this has less selection for tires. So it has 422 horsepower. We can definitely change the suspension, so that's a good thing. So I'm going to go ahead and change that. Drivetrain, can't change anything here. Final gear, we literally can't change anything in this car. On the transmission... We can't buy anything else, can we? No, we can't. Drivetrain, we can give it a fully customizable LSD, so we'll do that. What else is there that we could change? Power, as you can see, nothing to do with the power. Ooh, we can get this thing to be a lot lighter though, so 1500 kilos. Alright, 1500 kilos pretty much is where we are here. Alright, so now that we bought everything, I think we should go ahead and go on the track. Of course, we're gonna have to mess with the... I have to mess with the setup a little bit, but we'll do that in just a second. I don't even know what track to go on. I think Tsukuba's probably the best one. It's like the easiest one to drive around, and the corners are kind of small. They're not like, you don't have like massive corners, except for like the very last one, just before the start-finish line. So pretty much, other than that, everything should be pretty good and accessible with like 400 horsepower. All right, let's see what this is like without any sort of tune whatsoever. So no skid recovery force, nothing like that. Turn everything off. ABS is going to be on 1. And let's see if this is any good. I can already hear it like slide. Oh, this is gonna suck. I can't, there's no... There's no engine noise. All there is... There is no engine noise. It's literally just the tire noise, and the tire noise in this game is awful. Whoa, I spun it. It's so quiet. This is so weird. All you hear is the tire screech. Alright, so now that we're on the track, let's go ahead and actually mess around with the setup a little bit. So... let me have a look here, see what we can do. So for drifting, I usually like to stiffen my spring rate around halfway to just a little bit over halfway. It depends on what car I'm driving, because sometimes halfway is fine, sometimes it isn't. So the dampers, usually something like that. Anti-roll bars, again, something like that. The camber, I usually like to run a little bit more in the front than in the rear, because that helps. I usually like to run that much, around 1.7 to 1.8, and then on the rear I usually like to run something very, very low. You guys have seen my Forza setups, and they're very, very similar. So tow angle on the rear, usually close to 0. Tow angle on the front, usually very, very close to 0.15 to 0.2, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing. Oh yeah, I guess the diff we can lock. So bring this all the way down to 5. Bring this all the way to 60, and then that's just completely fine. Alright, so everything else, it's just, we don't need to do anything on it. Like, we'll see what this thing is like with this setup on, because holy shit, that lap was so funny. It's still loud as hell. See, for the longer corner, it just like, oh god. It's pretty much the exact same as any other car, it just sort of doesn't have enough power to get the back out. Or to keep the back out. With 400 horsepower and this heavy. It's alright, actually. I'm trying to sort of hold it, oh god. Oh shit. There we go. This is so weird to drive. Especially it being like just a one gear, it's just weird. It has torque, but not like the... Oh god. It doesn't have like a high-end torque. This thing. Like it uses up all of its power like very, very low when you start accelerating, and watch, once you get to like 140 it starts to slow down. 150 it still slows down, and it just slows down more and more and more, and you can't do anything about that. When you're low, up to 100 kilometers an hour, this thing just absolutely smashes the time. It doesn't matter what tires you have on, this thing just accelerates like hell up to 100 kilometers an hour, and then it just like slows down way too much. Like not slows down as in speed wise, but it slows down its acceleration. Like it's not as fast as at accelerating. Look at this. It just goes up to 100 so fast. Alright. Try to use my e-brake as much as I possibly can. Oh my god, what a slide, let's go! Oh, fuck it. This is so weird to drive, you guys have no idea. Unless you've actually tried this thing, you guys have no idea how weird this thing is to slide. I have no gears, there's no gears on this thing. Everything is just a one gear. And you just sort of have to deal with that. And like I said, when you have to take these like longer corners, it's just weird to try and slide this thing because it just loses power. Like you don't have the same amount of power that you do when you're going around like these like smaller corners. And you can do it alright, it's just the longer ones you kind of can't. Like let me see if I can try this again. Nope, it doesn't accelerate as fast. Alright, we'll slow that down. It doesn't like the longer corners at all. But this thing for short corners, holy shit, is it fun. It's so weird to drive. This is crazy. Oh no, oh no. That was a bad entry. I have no reference at all. Usually when I'm drifting, I have a little bit of a reference at like what sort of gear I need to enter a corner and what rev am I at, and usually that's my reference point to the corners. This one I don't. It's all just a one gear. Oh god, that was just bad. This I just don't have a reference whatsoever as to when I have to sort of go sideways and how much gas I have to put down and everything. It's just, it's so weird to drive. But these smaller corners, this thing absolutely smashes. It's so much fun. I don't think I've tried this car in Forza 6 yet, but I have tried it, I think, in Forza Horizon 2, and that's why I remember this and why I decided to make this video. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna try this thing in Forza 6 at some point. Alright, I'm gonna just do an acceleration test from 0, right? Watch this. It just goes to 100 so fast, and obviously there was a lot of wheel spin because some of like the worst tires you can put on a car in this game, which are the comfort hard tires. Oh, come on, no. I had to reinitiate it again with the e-brake. I've tried to get like a full proper like last corner with this thing. It just doesn't want to do it. Alright, well, I think that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys very much for watching some Gran Turismo 6. It's been a while since I put it up on the channel, and the reason is because I usually upload videos of the seasonal events and they usually update like monthly, so that's why it usually is a little bit of a time period where I don't upload like a lot of Gran Turismo 6, but kind of want to get back into it again and upload some more stuff that isn't just the time trials and drift trials, even though those are like probably the funnest things that you can do in this game. But yeah, this is kind of interesting and randomly popped into my head. I was like, what can I do for a Gran Turismo 6 video? Because I still can't do any of the trials, so I was like, you know what? Let's try to do something that doesn't have anything to do with the trials. Oh my god. This thing has some fat tires. I don't know what sort of session tires this thing has. I think they're like 245s, like 235, 245s. They're pretty fucking big for a car that doesn't have that much horsepower. So you can't like power the car out of the corners and actually have the proper grip with the wheels. Usually thinner tires are a lot better, but now I guess since I can't upgrade the power on this thing, they're just a little bit too thick. It's still so fun to try and drive. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys very much for watching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. That is gonna be it. Come on. It just doesn't want to. It doesn't want to. The acceleration, as you guys have seen on that last corner there, the acceleration from like 90 to 100 kilometers an hour, just trying to get the back out, it didn't like it at all. Usually... Oh my god, it pulls out of the corner so fast. That's bad. This is weird. It was a crazy video. Okay, so that's gonna be it. Thank you guys again for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and I spun out for last time. Alright, that's gonna be it. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.